Welcome back, everybody. Map number 3 of this best of 3 in the upper bracket finals for our North American Pro Series qualifier, and we've got a knife round to decide which side they start on, as this is the third and random map. So if you guys don't understand how the veto process works, I'll kind of run you through it real quick in that each team receives a ban. They can ban a map out of the pool, and then they basically ban both sides, and then you'll have one team pick, the second pick, and then basically out of the maps that remain, we draw basically the random third, and that's where Mirage came into play. And if I just take a peek here, we had Train and Cash were banned out, so we could have seen some interesting stuff. We could have seen a Cobble in there. We didn't, but it is going to be Mirage, and we can see that it is going to be WinOut starting on the CT side, picking up knife round, and that's a big advantage for them. Although pissed around deciding quite a bit, I think they're going to be happy about the situation that they picked up that knife round.
Oh yeah, it's always nice to be able to dictate whatever side you want to start on. And it's going to be Ace, in all likelihood, starting on that T side. WinOut did win it. We see a couple teams that like to go for the T side first on Mirage. Not this time, though. So, on to the pistol round. Map number 3, winner of this moves on to SKDC. And if my math is right, guarantees them a spot in our... No, doesn't guarantee them a spot in the Pro Series, but the winner of SKDC and whoever wins this one, that guarantees the spot.
Yeah.
So potentially two wins away from the Pro Series is either team here. So a ton at stake. Now the pistol round is live. Looks like Ace Gaming want to split towards this A-bomb site. Majority of their players at stairs. The other two, or excuse me, in balcony. The other two at stairs, ready to burst out. Only one smoke here, so I expect that smoke will be thrown for the CT spawn. No, it looks like they want to isolate CT spawn. Interesting decision where to place that smoke, and now the take is on. Still, with plenty of angles to look through, though, is WinOut still able to utilize the strengths of the USPs at distance. As still Jason trying to hang on. Oh, gets another one. Disciple finally burns him, but plenty of players rotating through onto Connector here. Ace Gaming solo with all 3 of their players. Wild Roy onto Monty. 2 Ace Gaming players up. WinOut looking to finish this off, and AGM eventually comes through with a flank. So nice round by WinOut, and I think Ace could have planned out their smokes a little better, because they still had holes in Connector. They didn't smoke off the stairs of it. So with that smoke, you need 2 in that position. You either isolate CT or Connector in jungle. If you're going to isolate Connector in jungle, you need 2 smokes. Instead, they only threw 1, and WinOut still had a whole lot of angles to come through with.
Yeah, and quite honestly, I think they have a little bit of fortune on their end as well as Jay Stone. I was watching him trying to kill someone that was on stairs for quite a long while and didn't end up getting it done. Eventually, he took down a player that was really close to CT, and then he strafed into a Molotov. But nonetheless, it is going to be a WinOut CT first round start. And on the T side, they got that bomb plant, so they are just going to go with default pistols pretty much across the board. They do have some to play with as they rush up Connector, and they've sent a lot of decoys towards B and actually pulled some attention over there. And now it's going to be a 3-on-4 as Max actually does find a FAMAS to work with, and he takes down Jay Stone, so they certainly could find a second bomb plant. Oh, the bomb is down on top of the stairs, though, and Max actually with a single hit point. It's going to be AGM to take him down. So Wild Roar with 3 frags and that MP9. So much money inside of his bank account as he soars up to 6,600. Obviously the main benefit there, but on the T side, they got that first round bomb plant in. We got rifles to play with.
Yeah, not a lot of nades to play with for them, and Ace Gaming went for the win instead of the bomb plant there. And in my opinion, the objective of the eco rounds is to at least get that bomb down and take the round win afterwards. If that's the case, we saw Ace Gaming get a little aggressive instead of getting that bomb down. But this round, already with a good start. Pex, as well as Max Saki. 1 frag apiece. Now WinOut. Do respond with one that's Jay Stone. Jay Stone been doing big things inside of the A-bomb site. And now Ace Gaming pretty split up. They still have the advantage, however, in terms of the player count. Bomb getting recovered. And now making their way up towards the mid. Ace Gaming still yet to really reveal their plan. And with Vez going in, now that removes their only other prong that is not at mid. And I don't like that peek from Vez at all.
Stone lurking inside a jungle here. Could be a huge component of this defense as he takes down Monty, who's focused on that player in sight. Nice pop flash as he drops Disciple as well. WinOut end up securing the round at the very end. Some tricky stuff from specifically Jay Stone, and in the window room there, but big round for them to pick up as now the T side, they invested heavily. Obviously, that was the round they were waiting for as the rifles came out, but didn't have a lot of utility to work with, and now they are back into eco territory. See where they decide to go with things, as they do not have any armor at all, just the upgraded pixels. I guess they're pixels, but they're pistols is what I was attempting to say.
I love that. I love
upgraded
everything
pixels.
about what you just said. Upgraded pixels. Chad, that's why you're my favorite.
Oh, man.
All right, Ace Gaming taking into A though. Ooh, get the first pick. J-Stone continues his dominance inside of the A bomb site. This time, even though it's an anti-eco, J-Stone just loving it inside of the A bomb site, and they don't have an answer for him at the A bomb site currently. And if he can continue that, Ace Gaming is in trouble. It seems like they have two strats that they've gone with. They've on their pistol round as well as first gun round. They went with both takes towards the A bomb site. And J-Stone playing like that, he can continue that. I don't know if A is the right site for Ace to take, but it looks like they want to try again, once more with guns this time.
And they got 3 CTs currently in this bomb site. It's going to be J-Stone and Grego to actually just hang out. Jacobson with his op decides to go back towards window room and provide some cover from there, but we do see that they are looking to aggress. Disciple up in Palace, and Grego makes flashbang as he's able to take down Maxaki, but it's Disciple that from above takes him down. So 1 for 1, smokes are down, and we're going to see if WinOut decides to push through, and Jacobson, he does push through with the off out of all of the players, and eventually he's punished for it, not until he's actually back through the smoke. It's Peck from behind that takes him down. And that worked out really well, having him come in from mid. You can see the advantage of having that third angle compared to just having ramp and Palace. And now J-Stone AGM, they are in a rough spot. They see 0 tears. They see the bomb. Now, that's a scary feeling, as you gotta know that 3 are lurking.
They can go for the ninja defuse here. All their the CT has to do is defend their bomb planter. No, AGM instead takes a wide position, and that's a big misplay from him. He expected the T's to come out a little later, so he could have won that round for them by protecting his teammate. His teammate had the right idea, but AGM, a little miscalculation, and it is going to give Ace their first round, though WinOut did make it very expensive for Ace, so they could put Ace Gaming right back where they were if they could take this round. So massive round for Ace here. They want to have a good T-half, at least early on. This is a big one for WinOut. Shut them down here. Things are going to be just gravy for them. What's the strat again? Ace, now finally got a round in over towards the A-bomb site. They isolated J-Stone inside of CT. Grego did decent all alone inside of the A site, but one, not enough. This round, though, Ace going all of their players up mid. God, they need someone else. And inside of B tunnels or something, give them another angle to work with, because now all WinOut have to do is hold mid, and that's going to be the round. Already dwindled down 2 players as Ace. You get a frag with this nade. Ooh, almost gets a double with that nade as Maxaki finishes off Jacobson. AGM very low. But again, the highlight I'm looking at is where else can Ace go besides Connector or Cat? And WinOut don't have to worry about any other position. I don't like this from Ace.
Yeah, they end up vacating the window on that CT side. Eventually, AGM now smokes it off so he can cross. Very interesting, as Peck's actually trying to work up into a boost in the window. He's currently just sitting inside of the smoke, right outside of that location, and AGM just patiently waiting for him. That being said, with 6 HP, it's going to be interesting, and they awkwardly make eye contact. AGM kills him, and the bomb flies towards him into the window. I love bomb physics in this game, as it is going to be a CT-sided finish, but again, AGM, you saw how the player there, I'm struggling to remember who was on the other side. It was Pex there. He was not moving at all, but just looking in the direction of AGM. Therefore, the bomb flies in that direction. Interesting stuff. But nonetheless, 5-1. Went out with the lead here, and Ace.
I got a lame pun for you, Chad. Pex must have thought that AGM was a Mirage.
Wow.
Oh, baby, so lame. You get bananas in the chat. That was just cringeworthy. But now trying to take up the stairs, Ace everybody. Everybody out the stairs, and WinOut with a nice A-hold. Grego padding those stats with a triple. Of course, J-Stone's going to get at least one. And Ace with they went with everybody stairs, but I would have liked to see, you know, a pop flash or something out of that.
And they're going to be in another bad situation as Ace Gaming, as they do not have enough money to get a full buy on the field. And we'll just go with some Tech 9s and armor. You can see that they're all floating around 2,000 or upwards. So they're just banking on getting a full buy in the next round. They're going to go for a B rush here. We'll see if AGM's able to hold off. He is fully white screen. So is Wild Roy, but they're holding a really nice crossfire here for as soon as they decide to drop down. Wild Roy peeks out. That was maybe not necessary, as, again, they had a really nice crossfire for as soon as they drop it. Him peeking out wide, he's now committing to a play that his teammate has no part in.
Yeah, and that's what you want to go for if you're the CTs. Not the play you went for, but the opposite of that. You want to wait for your teammates to come on through to be able to help you. And Ace, one frag away from finishing off this round. Only Jacobson remains. He spams down the second one. Oh, Disciple just lines up for him at the perfect time. No, Jacobson pulls away his AWP. Vez makes the perfect play at that timing, because if Jacobson was able to cross and he has position on Vez on catwalk, that would have been a free defuse for him. But Vez peeks out at the right time, finishes him off. Now, Ace with their second, still not out of dodge just yet, as either team can now reset each other's economy. Ace Gaming actually better off at this point. And the buy from WinOut, only one player lacking a weapon, and that's going to be J-Stone, the highlight so far of this match. And now Ace Gaming want to head towards B, throwing a bit of a fake towards A. How fast are they going to take into B is a question. Looks like they just want to work up into the tunnels area. CT side, pretty default setup. 2 in A, 1 mid, 1 catwalk, 1 B. So it's going to be Ace that have to make the first move here.
And I love when you see like a potential fake being thrown, and that's what they were doing with Disciple, throwing all those over at A ramp. And the CTs stay just solid like a rock. They aren't moving anywhere. They were not sold on that and at all. So now it is going to be Jacobson. He was dropped. That was it was Pex that was able to find that frag, and now he's actually boosted up in mid, and he's staring towards catwalk. He's got a really nice position in case anybody decides to peek up there, and they're going to smoke it off, and this makes me think they might go for a connector play. But with 45 seconds left, they've got some options. They've got Monty up inside of B apartments, and Disciple's going to follow it up. So this smoke, maybe to make them think that they're going to try and take towards connector, but as soon as it dissipates, looks like the call is going to be made. Maxaki peeking into B with his op.
See if he can open up this site here. Trying to creep his way up. Did get a spot on the CT, but now the positioning of Ace allows them to put pressure onto B, immediately fall back, suddenly putting J-Stone in a horrible position. Peck comes through with a jump, takes to the skies, finishes off J-Stone, and now Ace with that perfect little juke. And you're highlighting Maxaki in the way that that smoke was going to dissipate onto connector. They pressure B, easily fall back. Still not out of this just yet, though, is Ace. All right, now they are. Maxaki and Vez.
That happened quick.
Oh, yeah. It was like, oh, they have a chance. Never mind.
Yeah, they get slaughtered as they attempt to come through the window. I did see Wild Roy actually get a really nice shot onto, I think it was Pex that was on the other side of the window on the crawl space there, and it always surprises me when the person that's going through the crawl space ends up fragging the guy who's holding the angle there. It just confuses me, as I don't think I've ever landed that shot in my life. You're crab walking through that small space. It's a bizarre angle, but Wild Roy made it work for himself, but ended up dying. In the end, 6-3, Ace Gaming, they're going to have another ecoing CT side to deal with and can continue their T side. Not lead, but they're getting the rounds that they were looking for earlier on in the half. As WinOut, they already have 6 rounds, but it is a bit of a CT-sided map. And currently with the T's posting up mid. We'll see how this goes for themselves as Monty, he's over near B. There's interesting default coming out from Ace Gaming. This could be a little bit just designed for the anti-eco aspect in the way that they're spread out here.
Yeah, mid, in my opinion, is the right place to take on your anti-ecos. It negates a lot of the strengths that could be had of the CTs potentially stacking A or B, whereas mid, it's more on your terms when you take the fights rather than at A or B. And now slowly making their way up, get the opener onto Wild Roy. Maxaki with another. Maxaki heating up a bit with this AWP. I've seen a couple of Ace Gaming members pick that up. Now, WinOut, there's 2 players here, and if they don't make this expensive for Ace, it's going to be phenomenal for them. And yeah, doesn't look like they're going to get a single kill. So Ace's economy going to be looking real pretty after this one. Don't got to rebuy anything. Everybody going to be above 5K with the exception of Disciple. Now, WinOut if they don't win this one, it's going to be bad for them because Ace, they're going to tie it up. Already going to have done enough damage to, make a good half out of it. So, WinOut, what's the setup? Do they adjust anything? This time they don't have an AWP for mid. How do they compensate for that? They're still going to play a player inside of mid. No, Jacobson doesn't want to peek the window. And Ace going to be allowed mid control for the time being. They look like they want to split onto the A site. And this is just all-around good read from them. Realizing now that WinOut without an AWP at mid, it's highly unlikely, or it's highly likely that nobody is going to be peeking mid for WinOut. Man, that sentence was a struggle. But Ace, yeah, still looking to split onto A here. And, ooh, Jason, very aggressive position on stairs.
Yeah, with that FAMAS in hand, he's going to slowly backpedal. Grego holding from just around firebox here. Jacobson in jungle. And they're going to make a little bit of noise here on the T-side in connector. Saki looking to approach. Thought he just took down that player inside of sighted Pex, though, that took him down. Jacobson with one. J-Stone with one as well. And Disciple goes down in connector. It's a 2-on-3. Vez and Pex have to try and salvage the situation as they're going to have to deal with Jacobson inside of jungle. He's actually currently smoked off. He was trying to spam through. Vez deciding not to try and equate that same fire back in his direction as they do get the bomb set. Pex, though, he was blinded by that smoke, had no idea where anybody was. Vez trying to play a cheeky angle, but I got a feeling they're going to jump in.
He doesn't know!
No
AGM
way.
peeks on top of the firebox.
No
This is
way.
crazy, Vez. Oh, man, I wish that would have happened. I can't believe AGM, like, he walked over Vez. Like, he could have just, stomped on his head to death or something.
Right?
The way Vez was hiding it in the corner was perfect. I can't believe that almost happened. And Vez, he could have waited longer, but the bomb was planted on the opposite side, so he had to, peek it somehow. But that was just insane. I can't believe that almost worked.
Almost. I thought his time was limited, as generally what you see there is a CT will actually jump peek that location and just look down, and especially if you've got an M4A1S, fairly accurate while you're midair, and ends up working out pretty well for yourself. But HM doesn't check it too thoroughly. But it does end up being a win-out round, 7-4, as Ace, they built up that economy to a point where they are going to buy here, and they got the bomb plant in the last round as well, so extra money in their economy. Looks like the B side is going to be the name of the game, name of the strategy in the 12th round here. As Peck still lurking around towards top mid. Hasn't shown himself just yet. But the T's, they're going to nade spam towards AGM's position, and that's the nice way to chunk them down a little bit. They won't know for certain if that was actually effective, if the frag doesn't actually complete. But we can see that that was actually a pretty effective nade stack and pushed him out of that aggressive position.
Yeah, forced to fall back. And now Ace still trying to work towards the B-bomb site here. They do have one working up middle, that's Disciple, providing some aggression to keep the CTs honest inside of middle, or at middle. Disciple decides to flash himself. Disciple has to get put some work in here to alleviate some pressure over towards B. Actually, Wild Roy preemptively rotating up towards Catwalk, but now the take is on. Wild Roy now in position to help his teammate out. Got to catch him as they come in. AGM gets one traded out. They have to deal with Roy immediately. Down to a 2-on-3. Pex, Monty. Last two that remain, and Monty is all alone inside of the site. J-Stone on the other side. Surely he's going to fall, and he does. And Pex way out of position. He should just save here. Yeah, he's going to do that.
Yeah, just hang on to that weapon for another round. As, yeah, he was over near A when all that action was going down. It's going to be WinOut moving up to 8 rounds on their CT side. He's still with a good amount on their T side for the round count we're at here. They can certainly still put some more onto the board. And they still have 7,700 on Vez. They're going to drop some rifles around, and once again, they're able to keep the pressure on with a full rifle buy and good nades to boot. So, see how they change as that B-side execute didn't... They ended up getting a little bit done, but no bomb plant, and obviously not a round victory. Leaves a little bit more to be sought after, and they are going to opt to go for an A-side play. And early, we could see that they've got 3 players, 3 CTs on this bomb site. But generally speaking, we'll see someone rotate over towards window, and that's going to be Jay Stone here.
Oh, man, he's actually rotating back in towards window.
Yeah,
like
they like the 3 early on the site, and then they'll throw them in window, which, for this situation, not exactly the best play, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ace have that down, if it's a read from them, this timing, but it doesn't matter. Jacobson, Grego, one apiece, still trying to make their way in as Ace. They do trade off one, but Monty falls to the fire of J Stone. Oh, more for J Stone with the USP, leaving only Disciple here. He has all right position. If you could isolate the CT player, no, it's not going to be enough. WinOut, 1 round away from moving on to the double digits, 9-4. WinOut with some scares early, but still having a nice half here. 9-4, not so bad. Finishing off in double digits would be great for them. Not sure what our pause is for. Chad, do you know?
I have no information at this point. I'm gonna guess that it's a bit of a tactical pause. Let's see. Are they all looking at each other currently? Are they doing the huddle that we spoke of?
No,
They're not really.
They have
They're
their
not.
backs
They're
turned.
looking. They're looking like they don't want to communicate right now.
Right?
So
Disciple's looking at his team. He's looking at their French players, Pex and Vez. Nobody wants to talk
it's
to
like,
him.
guys, hello, guys. And they're like, no, just no.
Right? And
Focus on round
Disciple
14.
is the most intimidating looking, nicest guy. Like that sentence.
I'm not
was
gonna lie. Yeah,
was not
seeing him on
sound.
Twitter and stuff, he does look like he's an intimidating dude. He certainly
Oh yeah,
does. So.
going to meet that guy at LAN, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and then yeah, I saw him.
Communication though. Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy.
Right, he does have a weakness to fire hydrants, though. I once saw him try to jump one, and he didn't make it.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. When I was little, I was riding my bike, and I once did over the handlebars because I accidentally ran into a fire hydrant. It was a really thin path, to be fair. All right, but yeah. Anyhow, long story short,
Yeah,
didn't
fire
work out
hydrants,
for me.
the bane of bikers, skaters. It's like the city just put them in. Like it's like a Grand Theft Auto pole. Like you just
Right,
You,
you
can't
run
break
right into
through
it, and you're like, can break so many things, but not this one light pole. That's just great. That's just great. Yeah. For me though, I am happy that fire hydrant didn't break wide open. That was a good thing. So I think I may have gotten a little bit of trouble there, but
Right. You have a little impromptu bath.
does look like our pause is done and over with though, and I'm not really sure what was going on, but could have been a tactical pause. Again, I didn't get any information on what was going on there, but looks like the T's going for a B-side play. And they're going to go through the smoke. It looks like that's going to be the call. The Incendiary gets dropped, and they're just going to go through the fire and the flames.
What?
Saki, the dropping Tech 9 headshot as AGM does not know what hit him. Wild Roy, though, coming up with his op and captain. Eventually, they take him down 2-on-3. For the retake scenario, the bomb not set.
We've seen this a couple times now from Ace. Oh, Disciple, a great peek onto Jacobson. Crazy round unfolding in front of us, and now we have a flank coming through from Max Zaki. Max Zaki, there it is onto J-Stone. I don't know if he knows Grego's in the same position, but as I was saying earlier, we've seen this from Ace Gaming where they get ahead of themselves. When they take into a site, they forget about the bomb sometimes. So without it down, Grego here still has a bit more to work with. Disciple, oh, perfect peek from him 2 times now from Disciple. Getting that pop peek. And Max Zaki at the start, that was insane. Takes to the skies, Air Jordan frag. Just, I can't believe that actually happened. That gun is broken. Please, fix that.
And I'm trying to think which streamer was talking about it, but there's actually a bit of technique to how you want to fall there. You actually want to kind of counter strafe the way you're currently going mid-air to actually stop yourself in the air, and actually does apparently make yourself more accurate with it. I'm not sure if that's something Max Zaki utilized, but it looked damn pretty no matter how he made it work as like you said, the Air Jordan death from above play. And now they will find their 5th round. Ace Gaming 9-5, and WinOut. This is a kitchen sink buy if I've ever seen one. AGM decides to go with the Deagle play. Roy smarter in my eyes with the 5-7, but to each their own. Pistols and such, and as soon as I bring up his Deagle, he finds a frag with it and now has an AK in hand. So 4-on-4 as the T's do have mid control. They're rotating the bomb through T-spawn towards A. It's going to be J-Stone.
Man.
Looks for the peak.
Finish your
quite a bit
food.
of damage, but yeah, not going to actually find anything for it.
Yeah, he spams both of them down to below 20 HP, and that could have been an easy double for him. Instead, a little too hasty with his movement. Now, even back out by a WinOut as Ace looking to split into A here. And Grego down below the balcony. He is the key to this round for WinOut. If he gets fragged without getting anybody or bringing anybody with them, should be the bomb site for Ace. Now, moving their way in. Still, Grego shifting his position a bit. Max Zaki posted on it. Heads up play from Max Zaki. And now advantage for Ace. Disciple getting the bomb down here. AGM coming from the CT spawn. Wild Roy from Connector. Good start. Oh, Wild Roy has to run. He's sacrificing so much HP just to get around the corner. 30 HP now for Roy before he even spots anybody. And this has allowed Ace a whole lot of time. They're actually flanking Max Zaki all the way around. AGM, though, playing. Oh, Wild Roy gets it down to a 1-on-2 here. Max Zaki. Last round of the half. He's had a good round so far. They think he's lower. They have no idea. He's going to peek out from up top. Free frag for him. Going to finish off AGM. Good stuff from Max Zaki. What was that? A 3K for him? Big stuff from the European.
Yeah, he is lighting up right now. He's heating up like you were saying. He is looking damn good. 16, 1, and 11. Lots of frags on his score sheet. And guys, I do want to let you know that we've got a new subscriber giveaway going on. If you'd like to, again, the subscription option is there, and we'll input you into a giveaway once we hit 30 subs. We're currently at 15 for our goal there. As soon as we hit 30, we're giving away an Optimism off to all of our lovely subscribers. Again, don't feel like you have to. We do appreciate the support, and you do get in on a nice little giveaway there, but following does help us as much as well, as we've got a giveaway for our followers. At 2,500 followers, we are going to be giving away a Mana War Op. Fun stuff there. If you guys have not followed the channel quite yet and you're on a different website, if you're on CSGO Lounge, for example, feel free to jump on over azubu.tv/GoRGNTV. Create an account, drop us a follow, and then chat with our lovely people in chat, as, quite honestly, we've got, out of all the Counter-Strike streams, I gotta say, ours is looking damn good for chat. So, come on over, say hi, and you can also enter into those giveaways by just following the steps that I was talking about. And we're just waiting for this.
I want to get in while the getting's good with our chat. Currently not too toxic, but I think that might be short-lived.
No way, we're keeping it nice and clean.
So?
We got a hell of a mod squad here, so we got a ton of nice people. Time and time again, people come into our chat and they're like, "What's going on here? This is a very clean chat that's nice and friendly. Where's the toxic chat that I'm used to in these kinds of streams?" So yeah, we really are trying to keep it as clean as possible and have a really nice environment for just discussing what's going on in the current match. So if you guys feel like you fit that description and they're friendly people, come on over and jump into chat. And quite honestly, me and Laser, quite often we're chatting in there as well. So
oh yeah,
check that out.
I love my bananas in the chat. It's my it's my favorite thing.
Best emote, definitely, on a stream service. The bananas. That is, it's yeah. And there's plenty of those. We got the train hype one. We got a lot of cool stuff here on Azubu, but nonetheless, finally we got all 10 players in the server ready for the second half of our third and final map. Winner again moves on to the upper bracket finals to face off against SKDC. And what's the equipment gonna look like on either side? WinOut. They're gonna go for three players with armor. AGM does pick up a smoke. What's gonna be the call from Grego? So 2 smokes and a couple flashbangs to work with. We'll see where they opt to drop those, as on the CT side, they only have Monty with armor. The rest of the players getting quite a bit of utility. So we'll see how things play out, as Maxaki currently sitting in window room.
Oh, the timing on that nade, though, and he's spamming away. Wounds went out quite a bit. Now the catwalk player tasked with defending a whole lot of incoming T's.
Wow.
Ooh, he does a great job of it. Max Zaki comes in with the flank. Wow, Ace Gaming is cleaning this up perfectly. With their initiation onto B, they didn't find any openings. Now Grego, last guy up, gets 2 before he's dropped, but Ace, big round from them. And I love the way Max Zaki played that, just showing how much of a veteran he is. He throws the nade, perfect timing, realizes he's shrouded in the smoke and he has no muzzle fire from his silenced USP, taps away with the bomb, and then onto the take it mid, flanks back around, helps his teammate out at mid. Just I love everything about what Max Zaki did.
Yeah, and even Disciple there on Catwalk, he drops an incendiary and kind of splits up some of the players, and the ones that do want to go with the ones that have already crossed, you got to receive damage to do so. And yeah, overall, good round from Ace Gaming. And now they do have an advantage here coming into this round. We didn't see a bomb plant come out, and no force buy from WinOut. Interesting. Not used to seeing this, as it's only usually when you get that bomb plant in the first, then they'll decide to save in the second. You can get that third round buy-in, but this is kind of an old standard coming out of play, as we got 2 players coming through underpass. AGM leading the charge. Jacobson right behind. Maxaki gonna drop an incendiary down and finds one for himself, but it's gonna be AGM who finds his way up connector, gonna try and get Maxaki here, but Maxaki just jumps around, eventually pistols him in the head, and Jacobson left to try and do some sort of economic damage in this round.
I get Maxaki down to 2, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Disciple onto Grego. And now just Jacobson remains. 4 players up. He does get 1, I suppose. Oh, Pex. The guy loves the air.
Superman. That was great.
Hit him with the Goomba. But another round. 4 players surviving. Good job by Ace and WinOut. At least they got 1, so it's not like they were without anything.
And they actually force up in this round. Interesting. WinOut going with the
Who is
full
this we saw
buy.
in the Staff Cup that did this every time? I don't know. Maybe they set the standard.
Oh, it was the CT side where they were doing it with full FAMAS, though. So this is kind of a swap in that it's the T side version of that exact play. Galil's across the board, and they do have a number of smokes to work with. That being said, Maxaki picks up an op in this round. That's a big weapon to be able to hold this off as Monty finds the first, and as soon as any of these players start firing on the T side, the jig is up. They know they've got weapons, and they're going to deal with it accordingly. There we go. We see Jay Stone lets out a couple shots, and they know Galil, at the very least, one of them's on the field. And they're going to change probably their plan on the retake accordingly as Monty finds another.
And Vez comes out from the top, still yet to get the bomb down. We now need to at least do some economic damage to get this bomb down. They do that, but no HP left on their players. Wild Roy and Grego full to the P90 of Disciple. Problem for WinOut that round. Yeah, it's okay that they went for the force buy. We didn't see any flashes on their behalf. What I thought the plan was going to be is for them to smoke off everything. They went, instead of any flashes, they went for smokes, and they had 4 of them. But when they took in, they left some spots open. So were they saving them for post-plant? I'm not too sure, but without flashes, you're relying on your Galils to somehow open up the bomb site for you, and I think those smokes could have been utilized differently.
Yeah, agreed. And as we can see, now they will be on another eco. Where did this decide to go with things? Is got no nades to work with, and the triple deagle play. We'll see how this works out, as that's fairly heavy investment. It's not the cheapest pistol, but see how things play out. Maxaki finds AGM in mid. They're going to try and bring one through underpass. The bomb is in top mid, and they've got 2 players, one in Palace, one at A ramp. Trying to see where the strategy is going to go, but they lose both mid players, and now, as disjointed as it gets, Grego left in a 1v5.
Man, what a round from Ace.
Yeah, it was a big round from them. I just don't know. I guess WinOut, they were trying to bring the underpass player and then the top mid bomb carrier. I guess they go through connector. You've got 2 coming up from ramp and Palace, and you're splitting in. But that seems like more of a rifle round strat to me. I didn't like it. Didn't like it.
Maybe, like you're saying, trying it on a gun round could yield different results. Now, Ace finally taking the lead again. It's got to feel good for them, continuing their CT side dominance. They got a lot of money here as well. It's going to be tough for WinOut to break that. Now, what site do they want to attack here? As they are quite spread out. Oh, Pex down below. AGM had no idea. Ace with another switch up. We've seen this from them time and time again on their CT sides, and even on their T sides, just switching it up on very key points in the match where you expect a team to play more tentatively, realizing what's at stake, but instead Ace Gaming continuing that trend, and I just love to see that from them. And Grego, now last player alive, and yeah, 1 minute left. It's going to be hard for him to save. You know Ace is going to go for the hunt, and it's going to be Vez on the prowl. Gonna meet Grego inside the spawn. Oh, now suddenly Grego has a good shot here. 1-on-2. Player inside of the A site, pretty wounded. And now he's gonna go back towards B. He is just playing with the minds of Ace Gaming here.
Yeah, certainly is, as heading back towards the B apartments. He's got an incendiary to work with, and currently the CT's nowhere near this bomb site. Finally, Maxaki is gonna be moving on over, and he's already got a 2K in the round. He's 4 away from a 30 bomb. Can he find the frag on the cross? He misses it. The information is there as Monty now going to come and try and help out. Exactly, going to drop an incendiary at a nice position, so he can't plant 4 apartments, and he's going to just bust on in. He knows he has to plant the bomb in that situation. Otherwise, he's basically just looking for the frags, and Maxaki knows Monty is nowhere near to be fragged. Yeah, he could have created a one-on-one, but it's more of a checkmate as he has to get the bomb down there.
Yeah, and Grego, he went for, he tapped the bomb, hoping that the CT would go instantly in to try to take the fight immediately, but instead kind of put himself in a bad position, because once Maxaki realized that, you know, it's checkmate at that point. You have to go for the bomb. All I have to do is peek you. You can't shoot me back because your hands are occupied. Good stuff from Maxaki. Veteran plays now. Ace Gaming going for the switch up that he's talking about, continuously providing different looks for WinOut. This time, WinOut's going to be able to come out on top. It looks like it. Wow, Maxaki actually dropped down with the AWP. I guess he had no other option if he wanted to help his teammates out as window was smoked, but Ace Gaming still with 2 players remaining, and WinOut spreading out here. Pex getting real sneaky-like inside of B here, and if WinOut need to find their way around him, oh, Pex onto Grego. Now WinOut do have position on him, but Pex rotating around. Oh, big plays from the Frenchman here. Pex looking to finish it out. 3 HP left. I'm not sure if he knows.
Oh, no.
That's going to burn him. 1 HP. Oh, cinches his toes.
Wow.
It's like he had an Achilles heel or something there. I can't believe it happened.
That was insane, and the nade brought him from like 30 to about 2 HP or so, or 3 HP, and yeah, that incendiary finished the job. Pex with a really big round for himself as he takes down 3 in that situation, so very nice stuff from him, and Ace Gaming well on their way to securing a victory. They're at 12-9, 3 rounds. The T's will be able to buy up in this round as they've got full loss bonus, and we can see Auto Sniper still on Vez. Maxaki with his op in hand, and CTs at this point, they've got a lot of money in their economy. 9,300 on Pex, for example, 4,900 on Maxaki. Going to be able to buy even if they lose a round, and that's obviously a great feeling. And where did the T's decide to go with things? Currently posted up at A ramp. They've got a player just waiting for a mid push. That isn't going to be so. AGM trying to move up through underpass, has to wait out an incendiary. And he might be able to help out as his team is going to be smoking into the A-bomb site. The read from the CTs are going to be sending some rotator players over, and already they're spamming that auto sniper, but that is doesn't realize that no one's actually came up from A-ramp. They're waiting for the connector players, and Disciple goes down, Monty follows, and that's going to be a beautiful way to take the site, as now they're posted up inside a window room as well, and it's only Vez and Pex trying to retake.
That's with that auto trying to. Oh, he finds the
wow.
angle onto the planner. So unfortunate for Grego. He was just barely sticking out. And it looks like the French duo are going to be able to close this out here. Vez as well as Pex versus Wild Roy inside of the sandwich. Oh, he burns the sandwich. Never a good look. Vez finishes off Wild Roy. 13-9 now. Ace moving up. And that was a big one. Because now WinOut, they can only, they're going to have to save, or they have enough to force here. It's tempting to go either way. But if they want to go for AWPs and have a full nade set, they're going to have to save. But if they do save, then all Ace Gaming have to do is win a couple more gun rounds, and it's over. The big decision time here for WinOut.
And like you said, no one likes burnt sandwiches like that. As,
I can't. You want burnt sandwich.
Flushed him out, and that was a nice play to bring him out into the open. Just dropping that incendiary there, as they knew that was his positioning. I do have a pause coming in, and it looks like we've got communications issue on the WinOut side, so we'll quickly get that sorted out, and then we'll continue on here. But Ace Gaming, yeah, like we were saying, well on their way. They've got a lot of money in their economy. They've strung a lot of rounds together. There actually hasn't been a single WinOut round on the T side. They finished with 9-6 on their CT half, and again, Ace Gaming, clearly that was as much as you required, and they're coming back, but looks like maybe, I don't know who they're having problems with. They said their mumble's down, and they said that, interesting, maybe they're hosting the mumble off of one of their computers. That's my best guess, as we've got everybody still in the server.
That's like so
that's
old
weird.
School?
Yeah, exactly. Hosting it off of your own setup. If you got the gear lying around, it's pretty inexpensive, but anyhow. We'll wait and see what's going on the WinOut front.
Technically adept than I.
Yeah. I've dabbled in that kind of stuff before, and there we go. It's going to be AGM. He does time out of the server, so we'll have to see where he's gone and if he's going to come back, as obviously we need a 5th on the WinOut front, and they already have Wild Roy in as Bluminator was taken out of the situation literally before the pistol round was even live on Inferno. And who knows how much that took effect. Honestly, Wild Roy's had some pretty darn good performances, but Bluminator at his best, it's definitely a debate whether or not it would have been a different story here. It definitely would have been, but whether or not it would have been in their favor, a whole nother question. But and we're just waiting to see what's going on here. I don't have any information from our admins or anything to that respect, and I'm just trying to think of what WinOut can really try here. They've got, let's see, they've had 2 bomb plants over 7 rounds, and not a lot of success in them.
I mean, they've tried A, but I'd like to see them. It seems like they were dissuaded early from attempting A, and now opting to go for mid and slow works onto the site before they actually execute. But if you haven't tried it with guns in a while, go for a smoke execute. It's not like it went terribly aside from the round that they had all those smokes and didn't really smoke anything. But yeah, 13 now for Ace, and went out with a few more chances to try to, like you're saying, what can they really do that they hadn't already tried? I'm thinking A is the best choice, but I think they were, as I said, dissuaded from that early on. So I think, sorry for all your WinOut guys, but it looks like Ace firmly has this match at control for themselves. As you highlighted, Chad, not a single round for the T's. And I'm looking at, the players left alive here. It's always been at least 2 for Ace in the end. It's never came down to a 1 versus 1. So maybe WinOut has to conjure up Bluminator here.
Yeah, we'll see if he can make it in. As again, just waiting for the 5th on the WinOut side. And Ace Gaming with that auto sniper at A. That's a hard one to try and beat. You can attempt to counter it with an op. That's usually kind of a standard way of doing so. And especially with the way Vez is playing on A, they can safely assume that usually he's playing from CT spawn. There's no real other angle that he's probably going to go with. There's no real situation where you'd want to go for a quick A ramp peek. So you're probably not going to play near stairs. You're probably not going to play in jungle. Maybe you work at triple, but in general, they should know it's in that area. You can maybe set up an op and try and pick them off. At this point, their economy is definitely busted to the point where with 3,500, 3,900, 3,700, if they decide to buy, it's going to be a really weak one. No op on the field. If they save, it'll be 14-9. Ace Gaming, well, assuming that they lose that eco round, it would be 14-9. And then we could see the op come into play. It is a lot of eggs in one basket, if you will, to try and just bank on the fact that they can get that pick. But out of all the information you have, you probably know, again, if you're looking at any of the player on the CT side and you were like, this guy plays here, the auto sniper is probably going to be the most predictable outside of Maxaki and his op possibly being in window. But even that, he found Jacobson in a very cool angle working in B apartments in one of the rounds where Jacobson was able to get his op onto the field, was trying to peek in towards the van. Maxaki just holding a superior angle and ending up finding the frag as Jacobson was trying to work a bit of a crab walk peek. So they do shift things around, but I do still feel like the one player where you're like, he's here, Vez with that auto sniper, you got to imagine that that's probably going to be where he's playing. I guess you could make an argument that B Apartments is a really good place for it, as it's a long lane and that kind of thing. But anyhow, just
I
some
don't like
theory
in
crafting.
that position. I mean, of B, unless you're playing range, then you're susceptible to smokes, and then you need mobility in B to rotate yourself around to try to provide different looks as the T's try to come in. But we are just waiting on AGM to solve this issue. And we are a little bit in the dark here, so I think we're going to take a quick break, guys. Shouldn't take too long here, as I'm sure both these teams are anxious to finish this map up. But yeah, we will be right back here at Go RGN TV. Don't go anywhere.
Feel me up, bring me down when I hear your sound. Come around. heat, so much hustle. They want me, so much pressure, so much heat, so much hustle. They want me.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Looks like we are live back in the match. We got AGM in the server, so that's good news. Hopefully, you can stick in here, and looks like WinOut. It's always interesting to see what teams do after this extended pause, as quick-paced play could be what the doctor ordered, but Vez, he's gonna say no. As they try and come up A-ramp, eventually they trade the frag, but 3 on 4, they're trying to make this A-bomb site under their control.
Yeah, they're struggling to do so, though. Still haven't gotten the bomb down. They do have one player flanking through. Jacobson could be the X factor this round, but now he slows things down still. They can't get the bomb down. Oh, there's Jacobson with another. Now WinOut have a little pinch going on. Jacobson, that's 3 for him coming up through connector. His teammate Grego was all alone in the bomb site. And the X factor I was talking about, Jacobson, already with 3. Now he doesn't know where Disciple is. Disciple is going for the execute onto him. Oh, Grego does spot him out now. Jacobson is going to be aware where Disciple is. And from the depths of defeat this round is WinOut. Might be able to close this one out. Just got to deal with Disciple. Disciple smokes the player off in connector. Oh, Jacobson. Big 4K from him. Pushes through the smoke in the end. He was everything for WinOut that round.
Yeah, 10-13 as Jacobson comes up with a massive 4K, which secures the round, and they're trying to bring things back here. We can see the CT side. They do have a little bit of money to play with here. You can see that auto sniper back in play, and they get the op on Maxaki, so works out as they're able to fully re-equip. And I don't think that smoke was intended for that location. Maybe it was. Actually, maybe you can see some feet from there. That smoke
on top
A.
of this box at A. The CT's through that?
Yeah.
I guess it's for protection from balcony.
I guess.
I guess it allows Vez to. It allows Vez to play an angle that you normally wouldn't be safe. Now Vez, one more chance to shred WinOut as they come in. This time, not allowed. As Grego finishes off Vez. Jacobson incinerates Maxaki. So now suddenly a 5-on-3. And what I was talking about, Chad, they haven't tried straight up A-take in a while. Now they do it 2 times in a row, and it works out beautifully. WinOut, with this pause, look like a revitalized team.
Yeah, they certainly do, as Disciple looking to find Jacobson here, and will be able to pick up an AK if he wants to, but it is a bit of a threatening position that he'd have to put himself in. He's just going to continue to hold this angle. Having a rifle at all is better than obviously going down, and he's going to find his way into ladder room. Pex hanging out inside of the kitchen up in B apartments. And the round will come to a close. WinOut moving up to 11. And, oh, Pex, did he get just spammed through? Wow, AGM through the spammable part of B apartments. Finds him hiding up there, and AGM lets out an LOL in chat. As Pex not going to be happy about that one, losing his weapon.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate for him. If he was on the other side, that would have been after the round had expired. But CTs don't suffer the same as the Ts do in that sense. WinOut making a game out of this. Before the pause, it looked like Ace Gaming was going to close this out no issue. Now they do have the op on to Maxaki, sole survivor of the last round, and playing on top of his position. Everybody's stacking mid with him, and they're looking to flood in the moment after Maxaki takes the shot. Where's the follow-up? J-Stone doesn't even care about it. Takes out Maxaki as well as Pex, and AGM comes through with the auto sniper. Eats a bullet to the face, but gun not powerful enough. That's P250. Get some good damage on the AGM. Wild Roy onto Vez out of the apartments. Vez trying to get a little sneaky. But WinOut surviving with all 5 players. Ace Gaming's economy now broken. Suddenly, WinOut is in the favored position.
Yeah, they've got a lot of money in their bank at the moment. Grego 8,500, while Roy 6,700. The list goes on. They've got plenty to play with. Not the same to be said on the CT side of Ace Gaming, as they still have the round lead. They need to put another one on the board, as WinOut might be able to come back and steal this away. Like we were saying, Ace Gaming looked very, very confident and solid in looking to take the map, but the pause comes in, and now things have shifted. WinOut now with the momentum in their favor after taking those 2 rounds, and, well, the 3rd round as well, obviously, in that last one, getting through it flawlessly. And right now, interesting positions from the CTs. They've got one posted up in mid that's going to be Vez, and it's actually Pex to land as he gets aggressive into the B apartment. So Grego on the bench. And this is where Vez comes into play as he takes down one. J-Stone blindsided. Gets brought down to 4 HP. This nade gonna be the Kobe. Oh, he ends up just tapping him with with his pistol instead, and it's a good thing he did so, as that nade was flying into his previous location. Now only Wild Roy and AGM, and from underneath the balcony, it's going to be Monty to take down Wild Roy. They exchange nades. AGM known to be up in Palace here, and looks like we're going to see another Ace Gaming round, and it'll be their 14th. Luckily for the T's, they do have enough to get another buy-in.
The way those nades crossed path, it was just poetry.
Right?
With the tracers, the way they bounced through each other, just cool stuff. But now Ace, 2 rounds away. The economy I was mentioning of WinOut, though, still bolstered enough to get a good buy-in and then some for the next round as well. So even though Ace have won this one, they're still not out of danger, because now WinOut, if they win this one, reset their economy of Ace. Ace is going to have to save one. We're back at 14-14, and then at that round decides everything. But Ace, they could still end it 16-12. We shall see. WinOut want to move in on this A-bomb site. One player in the site, one player in the connector, eating a lot of damage from that Molotov. Running through the fire, Bez goes down. He does get one before he falls. But WinOut with some good smokes here inside the connector, and this should be a safe bomb plant, but their post-plant positioning, WinOut, they go aggressively into spawn a low, and now advantage for Ace Gaming as they take in another frag for him. Ace Gaming very low at 3 of their players, however. Wild Roy, as well as J-Stone, last 2 players up here to try to fend off this retake. One at Firebox, one inside of the apartment. Molotov doesn't hit its mark. J-Stone with one from above. WinOut desperately need this round. J-Stone may just give it to him. That's 2 frags for him. Molotov still doesn't finish off Wild Roy. They gotta hop on the bomb now. They might not even have enough time. This one is gonna be close. It's gonna be so close, and they're not gonna get it. Oh, they get it so close. That was on the razor's edge. Razor's edge of how close that was. But J-Stone, phenomenal effort, but in the end, just not enough.
So close, and the way Maxaki played close up with the op to fend off that player J-Stone. Maxaki has been a huge component of the success here on Mirage for Ace Gaming. 1 frag away from a 30 bomb for himself. It's been a pleasure to watch him just throw out, especially on the CT half now, as early on in that round, he was smoked off from the players in top mid, or Jacobson rather, he was the only player in top mid. The nade brought him down literally to 27. That's how on point his accuracy was where he was throwing said nade for the smoke that came down. So good stuff from him, and now we're at 15 for Ace. WinOut bring it to overtime. They've got decent equipment to do so. AGM with the op on the field. He's got help here in mid as Jacobson pushed up with them. The rest of the players, though, taking out from A ramp, and huge play underway as they require this to continue.
Yeah, big plays made for WinOut. Not a good start. Bez from below the balcony is able to get one. Monty from the site. Is this it? WinOut desperately need to take into this bomb site and get it down quickly. Monty still inside of CT. Wow, Grego hits the spam on a Monty. Still without getting the bomb plant. And AGM is in position to cut off Maxaki. Oh my god, the read from AGM. Banking on the fact that Maxaki doesn't come from the CT. Wait a minute though, this could be it. Pex has to beat Grego. Pex wins. End of the match. Still alive if WinOut takes it. Grego already doing some fancy stuff this round. Pex, oh, they do spot each other, I believe. Now Pex is going to go for the Molotov. Grego has the window on the peak. Pex keeps a little bit of damage, and the fight goes to Grego. WinOut still alive. 13 rounds now for them. Still fighting for overtime, and boy, did this match become a close one. Before the break, Ace Gaming, everything looked to be going their way, but now WinOut have broken the economy of Ace. And anything Ace buys here, Monty does have the economy to buy out a whole bunch of weapons for his teammates, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Give him a decent chance this round. So if Ace drop this one, which I assume is going to be the case, everything comes down to the last round.
Exactly, and Monty with still 5,700 in his bank. I'm sure that's going to come into play as the T's setting 2 up mid very quick. AGM and Jacobson once again as AGM finds its first onto Monty, and actually some aggression here from the CT side as they're pushing up from underpass. AGM gets blindsided as Maxaki coming up quick. Now the A-bomb site is under control of the T's. Maxaki hopping over into jungle, but not going to make it there as they're going to try and work a boost, but it was not their way as it's only Disciple, and he's going to get blindsided from Wild Roy inside a connector, so only a single frag comes out.
Chad.
That's what it comes down to for all the marbles. Is Ace Gaming going to win the map in the best of 3? Or does WinOut force us to overtime? It wouldn't be RGN if we didn't have overtime in map number 3. This is what I'm told.
As well as a pause, right?
Of course, of course.
Oh, man.
Geez.
It's the self-deprecation on our end. Trying to be humble, Man, but this is
All
such
right. They
a
canceled the
timely
pause.
pause. Okay, it's just a tension builder.
Oh, yeah.
With that pause, everything comes down to this round. Either we're going to see an overtime, or Ace Gaming is going to move on to face SKDC, and at that point, already one victory away from solidifying a spot in the Pro Series. Everything comes down to this round. I want some bananas in the chat. Get hyped, because it's happening. WinOut. Now going for a bit of a spread out take onto the A-bomb site. And with the bomb heading back towards B now, I don't like this fake from them. Oh, Vez. Great position. He swaps it.
Oh
and now he
my
has
God.
great position to flank onto WinOut. Gets the first one. AGM scratching his head. So confused how Vez got there. And now WinOut. 3 players left to pick up the pieces, and they're trying to take into B.
Yeah, Pex. The Advan takes down the first one, tries to continue his spray. Jacobson takes him down 2-on-4s. Maxaki will miss his shot, but Disciple finds him, and Maxaki onto Grego, jumps up at Van, and loses his life for it. What a round as Vez single-handedly just decimates that A-ramp play, and then from there on out, it's Ace Gaming to close it out 16-14 on map number 3.